I don't have backs on these earrings, so they're just like in my ear. God damn it. God damn it. Tanya, just hurry up and finish this so you can take these earrings off. Oh. Ah. They're gone. They're gone. Hello, my darling. How are you today? I hope you are doing well so far. So, you may have noticed I did not upload 2 Fridays in a row. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Did not realize how much work that was gonna be. But I am here to get some filming done so that I can really try to get 2 videos out a week. That aside, I would like to give a big old huge gigantic thank you to everybody that has subscribed, and I would like to give a huge gigantic shout out to everybody that has been leaving such fantastic comments. You all are friggin' amazing. When I uploaded my very first video, I was super nervous that people were gonna be all like coming at me, you know, you're fat this, you have no talent that, your voice is annoying this, and trust me, I'm aware of all these things. But I am so pleasantly surprised at how, my chair's really squeaky. Can you hear that? But I am so pleasantly surprised at how friendly everybody has been and how it almost seems like you're very community minded. Everybody just wants to learn and help each other and lift each other up so that we can all become incredibly amazing people. And it's almost like we want to help each other become the best of each other that we can. Does that make any sense? So, on that note, a huge thank you to everybody that has left such uplifting and thoughtful comments, as well as tips and tricks, and I'm just so glad that everybody feels comfortable enough to be able to speak their mind in a respectful manner. Rambling and mush aside, let's get into what you came here for. Nail art. Woo! Today, we are going to be doing milk bath nails because nobody gives a shit about that trend anymore. We've seen them in acrylic, we've seen them in gel enhancements. I'm going to put it in the structure gel that we've been working with. So I've been working with the Gelish structure gel. Any of these brush on structure or builder in a bottle type products will probably work for you. This just happens to be the one that I have on hand and have really been liking thus far. So I'm gonna be using the Gelish brush on structure gel to create milk bath nails on natural nails. Not an enhancement at all. You can use this technique to create a lot of different looks. It doesn't have to be the milk bath flower in nails look. I have rambled on long enough, so let's get into the tutorial, huh? Yeah? Okay, cool, let's do that. So my nail already has a thin coat of structured gel in Cover Pink on it, and it's been cured. The sticky layer has been removed and it's been buffed, and then I'm going in with a super duper thin coat of white gel polish, keeping it as thin as possible and as neat as I can around the cuticle and sidewalls. I'm going to cure this in the lamp, and then I'm going to mix together a small amount of that same white polish and the clear structure gel. And I'm just gonna blend that together to create a milky white base so it's not super opaque. We're cutting it with the clear to make it a little bit translucent. So I'm loading up my gel brush and applying a thin layer of the milky white that we mixed together. I'm applying that onto the nail, making sure to clean up all of the sides before curing in the lamp. So now I'm applying my second coat of this milky white mixture. This is a thin coat just to have some extra stickiness for these cute little dried flower bits that we have here to stick to the nail. So I'm just using a pair of tweezers to pick up the little flower bits and to move it around the nail, just to try to avoid touching the wet gel. As you can see though, sometimes the tweezers don't really do the job, and I do kind of squish it down with my finger a bit. If you try using a flower and it doesn't really work for you, instead of messing with it too much and wasting too much time, like I am with this one, just take it off the nail and try something different.
I did end up getting this flower working for me, as you can see by squishing it down a bit with my thumb. I really don't recommend using your fingers too much, because if you do, you may end up with an allergy or something like that to gel products. So this little purpley blue flower here has an ugly brown end, so I'm just pulling that off and before I apply it to the nail, because one, it's too big, and two, I don't like the ugly brown end. So once that's off, I just simply apply it to the nail with the tweezers. So once I'm done fiddling around with the flowers in the gel, I make sure to cure it in the lamp, and then I go over it with this plastic baggie here to squish down all the flowers and make sure that they're not standing too high, because if they're standing too high, we will end up filing into them at the end of the process when we're finished filing. So I just basically suffocate my nail so that we can easily encapsulate these. So I'm going in again with our milky white mixture. This time I'm going over and in between the flower bits. Some of the flowers didn't fully stick to the nail with the thin coat of gel that we originally used. So I'm just gonna make sure that I get under and around all of these loose flower bits. Like you can see here, this one completely detached from the nail. No worries, we're gonna stick it down with the milky white mixture. I'm also making sure to kind of go over the flowers so that it looks like there's milk sort of through the flowers, that they're not just sitting on top of white. We want it to look like it's all mixed together. So once that's cured, I'm going in with the clear structure gel, and this is kind of like a top coat layer. It's not really structure-y, it's more so to get into all the nooks and crannies and to make sure that all of them are filled with gel, to make sure there's no air pockets, and to make sure that all of the flowers are really stuck down onto the nail. So the first coat of clear has been cured, so now I'm going in with the structure layer, or the layer that's going to stop this nail from being a lumpy, bumpy mess. So I'm just going over with a quick slip layer and then floating my brush across the nail and making sure to fill in any sort of spots between the flowers with gel. I then put my finger upside down so that it self-levels and covers all of those flowers. I cure it, remove the sticky layer, and then we can go in to finish filing. You want to make sure not to file too hard or too much, because you will end up filing the gel off of the flowers. If that does end up happening, because sometimes it does, sometimes those pesky little flowers stand up too tall. So if that does end up happening, once you're done filing, just clean the surface of the nail and go in with one more coat of the structure gel, just to make sure that it fills the holes that you created, so that there's no risk of moisture or anything getting in there. And once you are happy with the shape of your nail, you can cleanse all the dust off of it and go in with your favorite gel top coat. Here I am using the Koopa Glossy No Wipe top coat. It is currently my absolute favorite gel top coat.
is how I am doing milk bath nails with a brush-on structure gel. You could use this technique to encapsulate just the flowers with clear. You could use this technique to encapsulate flowers with different colors if you want, like a milky pink I've been seeing. Even blues might be fun. Remember, these flowers are dried. They are not fresh, and nothing happened to my nail when I removed it. There was no surface breakdown because the flowers were dried. So that is that for today's milk bath gelish structure gel video that nobody asked for, but I gave you anyway. I really hope you enjoyed this video and possibly even learned something. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Are you still into this milk bath trend thing? Has anybody else out there tried encapsulating flowers or doing this milk bath thing with any of these products? I haven't seen them, but if you have done it, let me know. How did it work out for you? I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know these things. If you feel so inclined, subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later. It's just a click. All of the social medias that you might be interested in will be linked down below, so you can click on those and see what's going on at the shop, behind my nail desk, even at home where there's doggies. And I hope to see you in my next video, whenever that may be. Bye!